Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Heat Vision podcast. Today, I have Mario, Javi, and we're going to be reviewing the first episode of Moon Knight that just came out last
Wednesday.
Yeah. Mario's going to say his part first and what he thinks, just because he's running short of time. He has to be somewhere. But yeah, Mario, let's take it away, Mario.
All right. I got four points basically. But first, I want to preface that my MCU knowledge is very little. I had no idea Moon Knight was even a person until this trailers came out.
Okay.
But
Never heard of Moon Knight?
Never. But I did, overall, the first episode, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the first episode, but I mainly got four things I just want to say. Oscar Isaac and this English accent annoys the fucking hell out of me. I fucking hate it.
It's not
It distracts me. Every time he talks, I'm just like, bro, it's not fucking natural. He's trying his best. I know he is. I love Oscar Isaac.
You're just talking about it like him as an actor.
No, I'm talking about just his accent. Overall, an actor,
Like
yeah,
his-
I like him. I like him, yeah.
No,
but this accent, I can't
No,
buy
right.
it.
Like you're talking about just like him as an actor making that.
People like, hey,
accent.
Bobby, let's go to the ferry. I'm like, no. Like, I don't know. Dude,
it's not
I'm just like,
not
bro.
really a valid complaint. But if it's yours, I mean,
I know, man. That English.
I think it's just related to the actor, Hav. You know what I mean?
Oh man, the English accent.
Not really the show.
And it just sucks because like when he's not speaking like in the English accent, I'm like, you know what, dude, I fuck with this way more, and I hope we hear more of just the regular
Mark Spector.
just him not speaking in English accent because it just distracts me.
Yeah.
And I'm just like he'll say like these like funny jokes, but like mate, mate, that wasn't really that funny. Why are you pushing me or some shit like
I could think of a joke that he made. I kind of laugh.
You know what I mean? I don't know. It just distracts me.
So you don't like his jokes?
No, not the joke. I'm just saying the accent.
Okay.
I don't like the accent.
Okay.
It distracts me. I'm just
Alright.
like, bro, it's bothering me.
Mm-hmm.
But the story, it had me intrigued. At the halfway point, because at first I was very confused when the first couple of minutes, I'm really confused. I'm like, what? I don't get what's going on here. Like, you wake up in a bed. He has all these. He's fucking.
He's like chained up.
He's chained up. Like he's fucking into like that one. Like what's
Yeah.
that one shit where like guys they're into like getting like
Dominatrix.
yeah, like that shit. Like what the fuck is it? Some of that shit. Like what the fuck?
Wait, Mario, hold on. So
Weirdo.
Okay, no, hold on. So Mario is saying, so what the fuck is this shit being chained? So you saw the first episode. Do you still not know why he was chained?
No, yes, obviously I know why he's changed.
I'm
now.
just saying, because he's making fun of it, like, you know what I mean? So
I'm just saying,
Alright, what
like
is
that.
it?
It's the joke. I think the joke.
Okay,
I'm just
okay.
saying, like, what the fuck is he into that shit? But
so why was he chained?
because he's fucking. He thinks because he's in this dream world, and he thinks people are like because he's in like. I'm guessing it all takes place in a fucking dream, and he wants to know that someone's like, I'm guessing not like getting at him or whatever.
No, it doesn't take place in a dream. Whatever he's doing is he's doing. But
So
he thinks it's a dream.
Because whenever he went to that one village.
That was
I'm
real.
guessing that okay. I
that
thought it
was
was
real.
a dream, and I thought he like someone was like taking him or some shit.
No, but
And he didn't want someone to
Well,
take him
well, hold on.
or for him to escape.
Hold
Okay.
on. Mario does kind of make a good point.
all right.
Because I was confused too. I thought it was a dream. Because he went from like laying in bed and he throws the Rubik's Cube at the camera. And then it does
Right.
the zoom shit, and all of a sudden he's laying face like ground in the grass, and he gets up and his jaw's all fucked up. I'm like,
Yeah.
where did this come
Okay.
from? And then at the end, when he was driving that cupcake truck, he then wakes up in his bed. So I was like, oh, it was a dream, I guess.
No, I thought so too, but it immediately tells you it wasn't, because he looks at his fish, and his fish grew bigger, and he got a second fin.
Well,
and
see, when I saw
she goes
that,
to the
though,
lady, whatever.
When I saw that, I didn't think of that.
And he missed
I'm
the
still
date.
thinking it's a fucking dream. I'm like, okay.
Oh, okay.
It just added to my confusion.
Obviously, it makes you think, oh, it's just a dream. But that moment with the fish, it makes you realize, oh shit, it might have been not a dream. Because how the fuck did that fish? Like it shows that time went by. So like that's how I saw it though. I obviously I thought the same with you guys. I'm like, oh, he dreamt. But then immediately when he cuts to the fish, I knew, oh shit, no, that was real. That's just how I took it.
Maybe.
Because also he missed his date, and it's been 2 days.
Yeah.
So those 2 days, that's what he did.
I feel bad for the chick, bro.
A part of me wished that I didn't know, because Hector educated me in Moon Knight's origins, and so
I got some parts wrong, which I apologize. I could go over. I could go over it again.
It's cool. But I would have preferred if I didn't, because it made the intrigue of him getting his days wrong and the fact that his fish grew bigger and it got another fin. It would have made me go like, wait, what's going on? Like, what's But had I not known that this motherfucker has multiple personality disorder, then I wouldn't have known. You know what I mean?
Oh, he does,
bruh.
Yeah, he does. Oh, like in his origins, like that's just how. I don't know. If, do you have anything you want to say? Because I could go over the correct origins of Moon Knight, like from the comic books. If
I think the only thing I can say, when they were in the village, and he would get in a very in a very tough scenario where he's surrounded by a bunch of bad guys.
Oh yeah,
actually, it cuts, and you just see blood in his hand, and I'm just like,
that shit was raw.
Yeah, that shit was lit.
Okay,
because,
I get that it was cool.
He didn't know. He doesn't know. That's the thing. I know because you told me, so I know what happened.
The thing is, like, obviously something happened. A fight happened where he took the fuck off him and he murdered all of them, right?
Bro, I'm over here. I'm just realizing Mario has no idea.
Yeah.
I'm over here thinking, dude, it's obvious what happened.
He doesn't know.
You don't know?
He doesn't know shit.
I don't know anything about this
He doesn't
character.
know.
Okay. Oh, okay. So, Javi mentioned that. Oh, I wish I didn't know his origins. Does that mean you do not want me to tell you his origins from comic books? So you just want to watch it, like?
Yeah. Then I guess you had that, because then that gives a different perspective on our reviews.
Okay, that's fair. I won't tell you his origins, but when you leave, I'll just for the people listening, and also to correct myself, because I did mess up his origins, because like I said, when you read so much and all these different characters, you don't remember everything. You mix shit up. So that's what happened, and I apologize, but I want to get it straight on here and for the people who are listening, just his origins. But yeah, so I won't tell you because you want to experience it. But that's crazy. Actually, I kind of like that because I want to see what he thinks. You know what I mean? Okay.
It's one of those things where like I wish I didn't know his origins.
Yeah.
Because that scene where
that would have
like,
been more impactful to you.
Where like he had like the gun to his head and shit, and it goes, and then all of a sudden he like wakes up
and he's
got the gun in his hand. He's like, what the fuck? And he's driving backwards and shit. Like had I not known his origin, that would have been like, what the fuck's going on? Like,
right.
But since I know
what you mean, bro.
I'm like, I knew what happened there. I know what those cuts mean.
You're right.
You know
You're right.
And it's cool. I envy Mario because he doesn't know, and like he's experiencing it like brand new type shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But like,
but then again, you did say you watched Variant's video about
after I saw the episode.
Oh, after. Okay. Well, shout out to Variant's Comics, man. Shout out to what's his name again?
Aris Quinones.
Yeah, and his other friend. I forgot his other friend who like produces.
Hey, sorry.
Hey, shout out to him. Shout out to both of them, man. I fuck with y'all channel. And same with Comics Explained, man. I fuck with you too. But anyways, but yeah, Mario.
But yeah, it had a lot of those moments where it would just, he would get in his very tough situation, and then it cuts because obviously something took over that wasn't him. It was someone else. And then all you see is the aftermath, right? And it does it multiple times throughout the episode where that happens. And like in the village, it happened a lot. And I remember watching, I'm just like, I want to see it. Why can't I see it? I want to see the fight scene. And at the very end, obviously, because I'm like, all right, they're not showing it because they're building up for something.
Oh, yeah.
And at the very end of the episode, you see him just like fucking Egyptian dog or some type thing, whatever the fuck you call that shit. And at the very end, they're in the bathroom all day. And all you see is just him punching, right? Punching the dog, and you see the suit. Badass, right? He looks cool. Like the CGI, the outfit, badass as fuck. I fuck with it. I fuck with it. But I don't think the build-up was worth it. That payoff, I think it needed to be longer.
What?
Like all you get is like him just punching the dog. Like yeah, it's cool, but I wanted more.
It's just like a
homie.
It's just to set the setting.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know.
And show his suit.
What did you want to see?
I wanted to see.
It's the first episode. There's still five more episodes to come out.
Well, yeah, but we're doing this episode
episode
by episode. So this is the first.
And they're showing blood.
The
I like that they're showing blood.
That is true.
Yeah.
Marvel doesn't. Well, I shouldn't say Marvel. Disney doesn't do that.
But I like that they're showing blood.
I just wanted a longer fight scene where we actually see him in his outfit. And I know we're gonna see it in the later episodes. I'm talking about
it's a tease. It's like, it's the first episode.
I know, but I just wanted it to be longer.
Or well, I guess
you'll
see a lot more of it. Don't worry.
Is there anything else you didn't like or you liked?
No, those were it was just the build up wasn't worth it for that little tease. I don't know. I didn't want a tease. I wanted a fight scene. And I know we're gonna get in later episodes. I obviously know that.
What did you think about why I should call him Stephen Grant, right? That's how you know him. What did you think of Stephen's that figure that he sees? What did you think of him? of
Oh,
that figure.
that ghost thing.
Yeah, what do you think of that?
Oh, I think it's cool as fuck. I like it. I want to know more about it. I don't know who the fuck that is, but I want to know more about it. Like I said, overall, it intrigued me. Like I'm like, bro, it fucked me. As soon as that confusion went away, I was like, all right, I want to know more.
You know the way they kind of hint of who he could be, based on that blonde dude who talks about Amit, which, isn't he blonde?
The guy who was like, they're all praising him. Like,
yeah, isn't he blonde?
Oh, Ethan Hawke's character, the guy with the fucking thing on his arm.
yeah,
is he
with the
blonde?
tattoo.
Yeah.
Is he blonde?
I don't
I
remember.
thought he had. Like,
I swear I thought he was
I
blonde.
thought he had
I don't know,
brownish
maybe.
hair.
I don't know.
Oh, okay, whatever.
I know what
I'm
you're talking about, though.
Oh, yeah.
When he talks about Emmet, which is an Egyptian god, like in that way, you kind of get an idea of who could this figure be, like, you know what I mean? But yeah,
I like
so-
the joke where it's like, he served as the goddess's avatar. It's like Avatar blue people.
Oh
Love that
yeah,
movie.
that's funny.
And it's like, no, not that. Oh, you mean the anime?
Yeah, man.
That shit was so funny.
That was funny.
That one was cool. I like that one.
Oh my god, bro, it was funny.
But yeah, is there anything else,
Is
Mario?
there it, bro? Any more complaints?
No, there was very few complaints. I just my biggest one was just I didn't want to
The X. Oh, okay. And the
That's not
accent.
really- I feel like
The
I feel
accent.
like those aren't like what's the word? I feel like those aren't like the complaints you should have.
About an actor's like
Like the
accent that they're
like, Why
making.
isn't it? It's just a
because
British
for me
accent.
it takes me out of the scene.
Why?
Because it distracts me. Because it's not natural. I know for a fact he doesn't speak that way naturally.
Well, sure, but there are other characters that don't speak.
yeah,
their
like
natural
Tom
accent.
Holland. That motherfucker is British.
Yeah, but for
And
him,
Andrew
I
Garfield
just
is British.
believe it
And-
more with Tom Holland. I'm just like, all right, I can believe
Okay,
it.
so you're saying his British accent isn't
Isn't
believable.
good. Isn't good for me.
It's not believable.
Not for me, at least.
Okay.
Fuck,
And because it's not
believable for me.
well, that's you.
Ooh.
Not for me.
All right. He said
I don't know,
he says
bro.
he doesn't
You be
buy it.
watching the BBC too much.
BBC.
Yeah.
Big Black.
What? Yeah. Chill. What the fuck? No, chill. What the fuck?
But I don't know. It just distracts me, bro. And I don't know. I have a feeling it's gonna bother me a lot. But
Yeah.
it's not like something that's so bad where I'm like 0 out of 10 episode. No.
Okay, yeah.
It's just an annoyance. I'm just like that's gonna bother
All
me.
right.
Well, get used to it, homie, because
Yeah,
You're
that's
gonna
why,
see
that's
it
why I have a
more.
feeling. I'm just like, I hope the other personality comes out more when he's not talking British.
Uh-huh.
Because for a second I thought it was just a first episode thing. Because he gets that phone call. He's like, "What's with the accent?" I'm like, oh, "Is he telling me it's only temporary? Thank God." And I'm like, "Oh wait, man, I don't think it's gonna be temporary. I think it's like a split personality thing."
Yeah, maybe. Honestly, well, I
Oh yeah,
I can't really say much.
What's the chick's name again? In the phone call?
Layla?
Layla. I want to know who that is. Who Layla is.
I'm sure we'll find out. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Oh, we'll find out.
Yeah, no. From his origins, I don't know who that is. I only know. I'm pretty sure you know who it is, but I don't want to say because Mario's here. I'll tell you when he leaves.
I don't know. I'd rather stay away from anything.
Ooh, he don't want to know.
I mean, he saw the origins already,
Oh,
so
my
he
bad.
knows.
But,
Yeah, like the origin didn't explain who Layla is.
Oh no,
Oh.
no,
It doesn't. So I'm intrigued.
No, no,
like,
no.
I'd rather just not know who that is.
Oh,
no.
okay.
But the girl that I'm mentioning that I know, I think, it's in his first origins book, so you should know who that is.
Oh.
Not Layla, the other person
Some
I'll
other
mention.
chick? Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't
I'll
remember
talk
her.
about it.
no.
But okay,
Well,
well,
overall, the episode was a good episode. It was a good first episode.
what do you?
I enjoyed it way more than I enjoyed
Your
Morbius.
your rating? You want to give it a rating?
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Yeah,
8 out of 10. If you give it
That's
anything
fair.
lower, then I think you're just being a hater.
That's fair.
I'm just being honest.
8 out of 10.
There's no reason. I'm like, Houston's a 7. If you're reaching, if you give it a 7, I feel like.
Yeah.
Anything lower than that, then I'm just like, I don't know what your
All right.
complaints
Yeah,
are.
that's fair.
But I understand if you give it a 10 out of 10. I understand if you give it a 9 out of 10. But other than that, it's solid out of 10. I feel like once we get that first big fight scene, I'm going to be like, all right, it's 9 or 10 for me.
Right. You know, I could kind of see what you're talking about. You know, because there are many moments where he just blacks out and whatnot, and I get it. You're hungry to see him fucking fight, but I also do agree with Javi and most other people that it's just a setup. It's trying to get you hooked.
Yeah, I know, and it
It's trying
did,
to-
and it did that. It got me hooked. Like I wanted to see the other episode as soon as this one ended.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I wanted that fight scene, bro, so badly.
Right.
Like fuck the tease.
Yeah. Okay. So 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
All right. Yeah, it seems fair. I know that you have to
Yep.
leave and whatnot, but yeah, unfortunately Mario has to leave due to some time restrictions. But we're gonna continue. Javi and I are gonna continue the podcast. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about his origins from the comic books in case some of you guys don't know, which Javi knows. But yeah, we're gonna continue.
Mario basically said, "Fuck Britain people."
No, I don't mind.
He said, "Y'all talk funny."
Listen, bro,
He said, "Y'all
people
talk."
can talk the way we talk
Uh-huh.
better than we can talk the way they talk when we try to act it out. That's just I've always seen it
Yeah.
like that.
I mean, I guess
Duh.
so.
I don't know, man.
That's that. Yeah, that's facts. But Oscar Isaac just was able to do it better.
Ooh.
He just doesn't like it because he knows Oscar Isaac doesn't talk like that. It's
Mhm.
like it's just an accent.
Well, I
dude.
know Tom Holland doesn't talk like that either, but I'm like, I don't know, bro. Like he just does it better.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It just distracts me, bro. I'm just like,
Oh, is it because you said he's in Star Wars?
He is.
Is it that is that the reason why it bothers you because he's in Star Wars
no.
and he doesn't he's in Star Wars and he doesn't talk like that?
I mean, yeah, I like that way he talks like his normal way. But
Okay.
either way, what he does in Star Wars doesn't really affect this right here.
Oh, okay.
I'm just judging it based on this right here. Yeah. It just distracts me, bro. I'm just like,
Not me. I never really felt that.
I'm just so focused on it. I'm just like, bro, just stop talking. Bring up the
What
other-
a
That's,
weirdo.
that's harsh. That's harsh.
I'm sorry for it.
Go hit him up on Twitter. Be like, yo, man, what the fuck?
And he told me about how like he didn't agree to like a 10-year contract or whatever.
Oh yeah,
Which I don't blame him, by the way.
What?
I don't blame him. He didn't agree to some contract for like 10 years.
yeah. The what's his name again? Isaac. Oscar Isaac. Yeah. So apparently, there's been something that came out where he didn't sign like a 10-year contract with Marvel. So right now, as we know, we don't know for sure that he's gonna be linked with the Avengers and all those MCU characters just because he didn't sign that contract. So far, the only contract that he has is with this Moon Knight, and then it's up to him whether he wants to sign more contracts to be in other shit. So like, you know what I mean? All right, Mario, take it easy, man. Yeah, drive safe, bro. Take it easy. So now we got that shitty person out the way. Can you hear us? Take it easy, Mario. No, we're just playing. It's all love, man. But yeah, that's interesting, right? I forgot. Mario has no idea who this character is.
Me didn't know.
But obviously, you said you found out the origins. You looked it up and stuff. I wrote it down because I don't want to fuck it up again. But yeah, okay. So we'll just give a quick rundown. If you want to add anything, if I'm missing something, like let me know. Of who this character is for the people who are watching who don't know. We should have said this in the beginning. Spoilers, heavy spoilers. I gotta like memorize to say that from the beginning because yeah, expect every podcast from us guys. It's gonna have spoilers. We're gonna try to dissect it as much as we can, give our take and whatnot. But yeah, Moon Knight is he is his name is Mark Spector, which we know from in the episode. You could see like Mark, right? You get hinted like who the fuck is Mark for the people who are not watching. Like, who's Mark? Whatnot. Moon Knight's character in the comic books, he debuted in Werewolf by Night issue 32.
Yeah.
He was portrayed as a villain at first. He was only supposed to be in those 2 issues, and yeah, from Werewolf by Night, he was only supposed to be in those 2 issues. And it turns out that I think an employee at Marvel, a Marvel editor, enjoyed the character, so they decided to keep him and make his own runtime. But yeah, Mark Spector, he's a son of a Chicago rabbi, right? Who is against his father, basically because his father fled Europe during the Holocaust, and Mark was upset that he wasn't standing up for his people. And Mark was a boxer. He joined the Marine Corps. When he got discharged, he was hired by the CIA with his brother Randall, and eventually Randall betrays Mark because Randall was selling illegal arms, and eventually Randall ends up killing Mark's girlfriend at the time because Mark's girlfriend knew his secret, and so due to that, Mark ends up has a feud obviously with his brother, hunts him down, and during the conflict, fucking Randall dies with a grenade. So after the whole situation, Mark decides to leave the CIA. He becomes a mercenary for hire, and that ultimately leads him to be hired by a terrorist which I forgot his name. I think it's Wild Bushman, something like that. I think it's Wild Bushman, something like that. So he goes to Africa. He meets a French pilot who was really close with him. He calls him Frenchie. I forgot his full name. But yeah, Mark and his team, Wild Bushman's team and his team is mercenaries. They find a dig with a bunch of full of treasure, artifacts, and whatnot. Bushman, the terrorist leader, he wants to loot it. Obviously, he wants it for the treasure. He doesn't really care too much about the artifacts. He just wants like the treasure, the coins, and whatnot. And there's a person called Peter Alrin, I believe that's his name, and his daughter called Marlene, who they were in charge of the dig site. Bushman decides to kill Peter to get the loot and whatnot. Mark gets very upset. He starts fighting Bushman. Bushman beats the fuck out of Mark Spector, leaves him out to dead for dead in the desert. Later, Marlene, which was the daughter of Peter, who got killed by Bushman. Later, and a man who worked for Peter carry Mark and take him in and put him next to the Khonshu statue, which is Khonshu is the god of the moon. He's an Egyptian god. Khonshu speaks to Mark. He gives him a deal. He gives him a deal, basically saying, "I'll let you live only if you agree to become my avatar and serve the Night of Vengeance." Mark accepts it. He takes the robe off of the statue. He later finds Bushman, the same person who left him for dead and killed Peter, and he ends up defeating him. Mark, Marlene, and Frenchie finally return to the U.S., taking the Khonshu idol, which is the like I said, the Egyptian god. And then from there, Mark uses his the money that he uses as part of the CIA. Marine Corps, being a mercenary, and he invests. He finally gets his money up. Basically, he becomes rich, and he starts to have a different identity. Which that identity is a public identity called Stephen Grant, which we know from the show. Mm-hmm. And that's just one of his identities. I believe he has 5 identities, including Mark Spector. So it's Mark Spector, him, Stephen Grant, which is the rich multimillionaire. Public figure that we know him as in the comics, and then another one that I know of is Jack Lockley, I believe, and the reason why he created Jack Lockley personality, he's a cab driver. Moon Knight wants to be a fighting criminals out in the streets. What career can you do, right, to be in the streets and seek out crime? A cab driver. So he becomes a cab driver. And yeah, so he has multiple personality disorder, and it's kind of iffy from what I've read and what I've researched. It's kind of iffy on what to say what causes it, because there's speculation saying that Mark's encounter with Khonshu wasn't genuine and it was simply a hallucination that he had, and due to him being on the verge of death and getting beat up and shit in the desert. And so maybe that's why that explains why he has a multiple personality disorder. He just went crazy. But then there's other people saying that it's left as whether or not he actually suffered from any mental disorder. So like I said, that's from what I found out and everything, but that's basically his origins. I'm pretty sure I might have missed something out. If you guys know, please comment down below, or but yeah, that's basically his origins. And knowing that, obviously, when we were watching the show, obviously you see Khonshu, you see Khonshu and everything. He looks raw as fuck.
Yeah,
I like how he looked. It starts off like Mario said. It starts off him breaking glass and putting it in a sandal.
Yeah, that dude.
Yeah, who was that guy again?
I forget his name. I just know the actor is Ethan Hawke.
Yeah, that guy. And then then later, obviously Moon Knight is chained up and whatnot. We later find out why he chains himself up, because he is out here
He thinks he's sleepwalking.
Right. And he thinks he's doing crazy shit and whatnot. He's having nightmares. We see him trying to stay awake with that little how to stay awake, and it says, "Oh, let's do a puzzle, read," and whatnot. You see this, and he tries so hard to stay awake, but when he falls asleep, he wakes up in the middle of nowhere and he's this different person. And I really liked it because it really showed his multiple personality that's going on. Because the real person is Mark Spector, the person that went through all that trauma and everything. But the person that's publicly that he is to the public is Grant Stephen. Stephen Grant, sorry. Yeah, right. I don't know why I said that. Stephen Grant. And so you see this conflict, like, oh, what's going on? And like I said, if you're new to the Moon Knight origins and to the Moon Knight character, I feel like this episode you'd be like, whoa, what the fuck's going on? It looks lit, right? So I kind of do understand what Mario's coming from. I think it's really cool. But yeah, I enjoyed how that like they. First of all, the whole accent bullshit didn't bother me.
No,
I thought
he's just what is.
yeah, I don't know.
I don't get it.
I thought he's playing him well. I'm enjoying the character.
Yeah.
The way he's presenting himself, especially Mark Spector. So it's crazy because you could see the difference. You could see Stephen Grant is very cowardly, like whoa, I don't know what's going on, and then you see Mark Spector, the real him, very
reflection in the mirror.
reflection in the mirror, very assertive, very like you're not going to die. We're gonna do this one night, and like
That scene was cool, dude.
Hell yeah, and I really enjoy that. I really enjoy that they see that we're getting to see his multiple personality, and it makes you wonder who is this person? Who the fuck is Mark?
Yeah.
You know, who's this person? But yeah, do you wanna start off by saying things that you liked?
Well, there's not really much to say. I feel like the whole episode I liked. Everything about it I liked a lot. There's not like specific things, like just everything. Like the whole thing was just interesting from start to finish.
No, yeah.
In my opinion.
There was never a part where like it was like boring or anything.
Yeah.
Or it
Like-
was entertaining overall. Yeah.
Like when I found him chained and stuff.
Yeah.
Immediately I knew, I'm like, oh, like does he sleepwalk? He thinks he does because he's got sand around his bed. He's got all the locks, the tape on the door. So he's chained up. So I'm like, oh, like this dude sleepwalks, I guess. So he's chained up. But then when you start to watch the show, you realize like, oh, he's not sleepwalking. He is just his other personality.
Right, and because you said personality, I just remembered. There's also like speculation saying that the reason why Mark Spector has a personality disorder is because Khonshu is in his mind all the time and is corrupting him and like playing with him.
So do you think that's the voice that he kept hearing when he was in the village?
That has to be Khonshu. I think that is. Who else could it be?
Yeah, I don't know, because I felt like if he's a god, I felt like he had to talk like a god.
Thank you, Hav. Hav. No joke. I swear to God to you, I was gonna mention that when we went to Khonshu, because obviously I knew who Khonshu was, right? I knew who Khonshu was, and that moment when I heard him talking, who I knew was Khonshu. It just had to be. Who else would it be? Especially because we see Khonshu.
Yeah.
We don't see him with the robe, obviously, because Mark Spector, he took it because originally the statue, because originally Khonshu, he's like that bird skull, but like then he had the cloak that the statue was wearing. That's what Moon Knight took, you know. But that's why we don't see him with the cloak or whatever. But anyway, so he's a god, right? And I obviously knew it was him. But you're exactly right. Every time he spoke, I felt like this motherfucker sounds like he's giving me like Venom vibes. You know what I mean? Like I don't like that. Like that's one thing I will critique on is the way he was talking. Because like if he's a god, he's supposed to talk like one. Right. Like the way you said.
He's like, oh,
right?
Great, the idiot's back.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
I was like, who's talking?
Like if anything, it should be. It's definitely Khonshu. It has to be, bro.
Yeah,
it has to be. But with that, bro, and obviously it's fucking Marvel. They try to make it more comedy, more Venom-y, whatever, bro. But in that voice, I feel like he's supposed to. Like I don't care if he talks right. He could talk to him, but make it seem like talk to him with maybe a better vocabulary. Yeah. You know, maybe more assertive and not like goofy and like insulting him like, oh, the idiot's back, whatever. Yeah. And to the point where like people were wondering who the fuck is this guy, and he sounds so like methodical. Right? Yeah, that's what I expected, and that's what I wanted. So when I did hear him speak, I was like, whatever. But honestly, I think that's the only thing that I really nitpicked and that I did not like. That's basically it, honestly, from the whole show. Everything else, I thought it was good. I liked I like the way they teased it. I like how they're setting it up. I like how they're showing what Mark Spector is going through. I like that they're showing his different personalities. So far, we only know the only personalities we know so far is Stephen Grant and Mark Spector. That's all we've seen so far.
And Moon Knight
And right, Moon Knight.
at the very end. And
Right.
they've already shown us pictures of his other personality, I guess.
Oh, which one?
Mr. Knight.
Oh, Mr. Knight. Yeah,
The one
yeah.
where he's like in a suit and tie.
Mr.
So I
Knight,
don't
yeah.
know that much about him. I don't know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's the difference between Moon Knight and Mr. Knight?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not sure, but I do know that the reason why there is because there's 5 personalities known from him.
Yeah.
And they all play a role because of Khonshu. And people say because Khonshu's always messing with his mind, and sometimes even the comic books he kind of belittles him sometimes.
Yeah.
And that's why he's like going crazy. He's like, oh my god. And another thing is like maybe he is trying to forget Mark Spector due to the trauma, that the shit that he went through. You know what I mean? But the reason why there's 5 personalities, and I'm trying to remember, is it has something to do with like I'm gonna have to look this up because honestly I forgot.
So it's not that there's 5 separate different people in one body. It's not that, right?
No.
Okay.
No, it's not.
Because at first I thought that's what it was.
Right. And yeah. That's what I got wrong. That's what I got wrong.
Yeah.
I believe I told you that. No, I was thinking of something else. But no, that's what I got wrong. Well, you go ahead and talk about what you like. I'm gonna look up what I'm talking about because I can't think of the top of my head.
Well, like I said, bro, I mean, everything about the episode was cool. I really liked it. I just liked Oscar Isaac's acting. He did really well playing the role, playing the character and stuff. The whole like him blacking out and waking up and then everything is like changed. Like I knew what that was. Like I knew that was him changing to Mark Spector. Those like blackouts was him changing personality and then having to kick ass when he comes back and stuff.
Right, so his 5 personalities is Mark Spector, Stephen Grant, Jake Lockley, Mr. Knight, and Moon Knight. And I'm trying to find out because it does have like a meaning of what it means. Were there things that you didn't like of?
Not really. No, not that I think about it. I didn't like the bitch.
The bitch.
The boss chick.
Oh.
That kept like making fun of him and shit. But like that's like the point. Like she's like always like talking down to him and stuff like that. I guess that's like the point. But I mean that's not really a flaw in the story or in the episode. That's just how her character was written. But no, I mean as far as complaints, I didn't really have any. And it's funny too because I actually I watched the first episode of Moon Knight twice. The first time I saw it by myself, but the second time I saw it with my mom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, Mom, you want to watch this new Marvel show with me? And she was like, sure, fuck it, like, whatever. And so I put it like in Spanish and shit so she'd understand. And we watched it together. And she ended up liking it, to my surprise. She was like, it feels like a horror movie. That's what I liked about that episode too, was like the horror movie elements, the lights flickering and like his reflection in the mirror talking.
They're not gonna lie, that shit was like imagine like looking in the mirror and you look away and your fucking reflection isn't moving, it's just standing still. You're like, what
is this?
Like mirrors.
Am I watching mirrors, bro?
Remember that old ass movie?
Bro, that fucking movie was. Why we watched that?
Bro,
we were
that
kids.
that was like 2012 or some shit.
No,
had to be older than that.
Younger than that.
Nah.
Yeah.
Damn.
We watched that when we were younger. Bro.
No, I know, bro. Dude, because of that, no, we were so young. Because of that, I was scared to go to the bathroom.
Me too, bro. I was scared as hell. I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna die, bitch."
For real, dude.
Bro,
honestly, that from what I remember, that concept was scary as shit.
Yeah,
you know what? Fuck it, bro. We gotta watch it and make a review on it, man.
Oh my
fuck
God,
it. Let's
bro.
do it. And the Ring. I want to do the Ring too.
I mean, I guess yeah.
But yeah, so Mr. Knight right here. It says Mr. Knight is Spectre's newest identity. Mr. Knight is the identity that usually converses with Mark's psychiatrist and civilians seeking for help.
Oh,
interesting. Okay. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, because they showed a picture of him. And I'm like, who's this? Like, is that Moon Knight? because they showed a picture and there was everyone on the internet was like, "Yo, he looks sick. Like that's so comic book accurate. Like they got it right. Oh my god."
Yeah, he does look like that.
Like he looks so comic book. I'm like, okay. Like people obviously love it, but I'm like, who is this guy? Like I don't. I know it's Moon Knight, but like, why does he look? Where's his hood? Why is he in a suit and tie? Like why does he look different? I was like confused. That was what I was confused about. But I'm sure like the episodes will show us that personality, and I guess it'll explain better. But yeah, I enjoy. Oh shit. Oh shit.
You just broke my shit.
Did the chair break?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Hell, like, can you stand up?
I can't, bro. This fucking thing's pinned on me.
No.
My pants.
Hold on. All right, y'all, we're back. Sorry, we just had some technical difficulties with Hav. But yeah, the five what was it? The representations
So okay.
that I was looking for. Javi found
We
them for
just
me.
looked it up. Basically, Hector was saying that each of Moon Knight's personalities all had to do with the different aspects of Khonshu, and we said Khonshu was the Egyptian god that gave Moon Knight his powers and stuff. So, provided by Screen Rant, I found an article that basically explains the personalities. So I'm just gonna start reading it from the beginning. And it says that Moon Knight's multiple personalities are widely believed to be caused by his dissociative identity disorder. But recent comic issues revealed that this might not be entirely true. While conversing with his psychologist, Mark Spector discovered that his other personalities are a result of the Egyptian deity Khonshu colonizing his mind. Khonshu is said to have 4 aspects: Pathfinder, Embracer, Defender, and the Watcher of Overnight Travelers. These 4 aspects materialized as different personalities in Spector's mind as a way to cope with the mental damage caused by his mystical link to the moon god. While Spector did display dissociative episodes as a child due to experiencing several traumatic events, I wonder what that is.
What?
His traumatic events that he experienced as a child. I'm sure they'll explain it in the show. But that's now interesting because I didn't know that was a thing. It says the severity of his condition was amplified by Khonshu's constant presence in his mind.
Right.
It remains unclear which of Spector's personalities reflect each aspect of Khonshu. All that is known is that the Watcher of Overnight Traveler is the one that manifests with Moon Knight.
Right.
So Moon Knight serves as the Watcher of Overnight Travelers. And then Pathfinder, Embracer, Defender are the other ones, but it's not clear which one's tied to which.
Yeah, and like I said before, that's what I meant by like people saying that Khonshu is messing with his mind, and those were the things that I was trying to find earlier. And I think that's pretty cool. And another cool thing about Moon Knight is Mark Spector is obviously the known Moon Knight, but there's been other Moon Knights, because obviously the real power comes from Khonshu, and he's the one who gives the powers, and like you become an avatar.
Yeah.
Like there's been many Moon Knights. If you could probably look up. There's been a Stone Age Moon Knight, like it was some caveman.
What the fuck?
Yeah, some caveman that they made him into Moon Knight to fight the Stone Age Avengers. And there's a Moon Knight Chicago gangster version of
What
Moon
the
Knight
fuck?
where he has a Tommy gun and shit. Like there's different versions of Moon Knight, because like I said, anyone could be Moon Knight as long as Khonshu gives you become his avatar, basically. But Mark Spector, he's the OG. Like he's the most known. Like he's the OG Moon Knight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, these other runs and whatever. That's what I think it's pretty cool. But yeah, that's what I tried finding, and I thought that was pretty cool. That's what I learned recently. But yeah, honestly, I feel like this podcast is gonna be short. You know, we don't really have anything to really nitpick or anything. We really enjoyed the whole show overall.
It's intriguing, and that's when
Yeah.
I said, I watched the episode with my mom. You know, she's not really real huge about the whole Marvel movies. You know, that she doesn't watch the MCU shit. Julian watches like the stuff that I recommend her. And so when I was like, "Hey, Mom, would you be at all interested in watching the episode of Moon Knight?" It's like, what's it called? And I'm like, shit, I gotta tell her in Spanish. So I was like, El Caballero de la Luna, which is a really long title compared to just Moon Knight.
Yeah.
I go, in English se dice Moon Knight, Mom, and she's like, isn't night noche? Like, doesn't night just
Yeah,
mean
right.
nighttime? I'm like, no, not that kind of night. Like a night, like a protector. But yeah, so we watched it, and she was actually intrigued. Like she said something that she mentioned, which is what I wanted, which I brought up, was that she's like, it plays out like a horror movie, and it does, because it's like the lights are flickering. That freaking Khonshu god is like constantly chasing you through the hotels or through the
His
apartments.
reflection not moving with him, like
Dude, like all that shit, like it was really really cool and stuff. But no, I'm just excited for what the future episodes are gonna hold.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd like to see his other personalities and how they all play into a role and stuff like that. But overall, this first episode, bro, like I said, I don't have any nitpicks, no complaints. It's just, it was really well done. And I've always been a fan of Oscar Isaac as an actor. I mean, this is the third Marvel thing he's done.
Yeah.
Because the first one he did was Apocalypse in X-Men Apocalypse.
Who?
Oscar Isaac.
Oh, he was.
He was Apocalypse.
Oh,
Remember that X-Men movie with Apocalypse?
Mm-hmm.
He's
That was him?
Apocalypse. That's him.
Bro, we gotta rewatch those movies.
Yeah.
It's been forever
yeah.
since I seen those movies.
I saw Apocalypse in theaters when it came out. That was 2016. That's the last time I saw it. I only saw it once. The movie was cool, but it wasn't great. That's why I never rewatched it. But
I'm talking about the older.
Oh yeah,
X-Men.
those are still good.
And I want to rewatch Logan too.
Logan's lit.
We got to do a review on those.
But he also played Spider-Man 2099, Miguel O'Hara.
Oh, he did?
Into the Spider-Verse, the post-credit scene, and he's gonna play him in the new one.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna play him in the new one that's coming out this October.
Okay.
So he's reprising his role, but now he's Moon Knight. So this is the first like Marvel property that he's doing. So like it's not his first Marvel rodeo. Like he's done this Marvel shit before. But like I've been such a fan of the actor that I'm like I'd like to see him play like a Marvel hero that'll play a big role like what like all these heroes are. So the fact that he's now Moon Knight and that he played him so well, that's my one complaint that I have with other actors, like Jake Gyllenhaal in Far From Home. Like him playing Mysterio, I was like, why? Like he's such a good actor. Couldn't you have made him a hero so we could see him in other movies? But like you had to make him a villain, and villains always lose. They only last one movie and they're dead or they're in prison. Like what? Like why waste such a good actor? Like you could have.
But he did a good job though. I thought he was.
He
I thought
fine.
he did good.
He was fine. I just felt like if you're gonna get a really good actor, don't make them a villain unless it's Loki and that motherfucker is in like 10 movies and keeps faking his death. But like if you're gonna get a good actor, like give him the role of the hero, the person that does not die, does not lose, and might show up in future Avengers movies or other like crossovers and stuff. You know what I mean? Like when you get someone like that good, it's like what the fuck? Like you're gonna make them a villain just so that they last one movie and then they get killed off. And bye. I don't know. So the fact that I'm glad that that Oscar Isaac was able to get that opportunity. Because you know he played Apocalypse, but that was it. Like Apocalypse obviously gets defeated in that movie and he dies and whatever. So I'm glad that bless you, and I'm glad that he was able to play this hero, because we might see him in future projects and stuff like that. And I'm excited to see it.
And I'm excited for the next episode. You know, I was telling Javi everyone that originally I was just gonna wait it out for all the episodes to come in and binge watch it, but I said, you know what, fuck it, why not review each episode? And I thought it'd be fun. But yeah, there was not really anything super bad or anything. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a good setup, you know, and I hope it just keeps getting better. You know what I mean? I hope they don't fuck up some way or make it bad, which I doubt. You know, I could tell this is gonna be one of those good Marvel shows.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think. What do you think? We're ready to give our rating?
I mean, yeah. If I've said everything I had to say.
All right. What do you give your rating, Hav?
Honestly, bro, for me, I'd give it an 8. I'd give it an 8 out of 10, because it's a strong start. It's definitely intriguing. It definitely hooks you. It makes you interested in the show, and it makes you want to see like what's gonna happen next. It definitely builds that intrigue, which I really like. No complaints, no issues with it. I mean, everything was pretty straightforward, pretty spot on.
I think I have to agree with you. Same with Mario. When he said it, I was like, yeah, that fits.
Yeah,
it's fair.
You know,
8. That's. I think that's my rating too.
I feel like. Sorry, excuse me, but I feel like in future episodes when we see more Moon Knight, I feel like it's gonna get better.
Oh, fuck,
I can't wait to see like. More...
I'm ready to give an episode a 10, bro.
Yeah, but I can't wait to see more Moon Knight. I want to see more fighting.
Scenes definitely
with him and stuff. I don't know, cause I'm just excited. I feel like it's gonna give me like Daredevil or Batman vibes, the way he be fighting people and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm excited to
which
see it.
which people like they did compare Moon Knight with Batman.
Well, sure, because
like-
it's very similar.
Like at the time, cheap Batman, because obviously Batman was first, and then
Right.
they introduced Moon Knight and whatnot. But but yeah, I think 8 is fair. We're just gonna have to wait for the next one. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next episode. Remember, don't let your past haunt you. Take care, everyone.
See ya.